So I guess let's go back to, I think the last time we spoke, MGM was in the middle of closing on buying the Cosmo. That's since uh gone through, but they still are using the Identity Club there, right? Or have they gone to MGM Rewards, or is that going to happen? Because
It
I've
was,
heard both.
yeah, it was supposed to have happened last month, but it didn't. And they had problems. And I mean, some of that's probably related to the cyber hack thing from last year, where
Oh, I forgot about that.
MGM got hit so hard. And it probably had something to do with delaying the switch over. So Identity hasn't switched over to the MGM card yet. But I'll tell you, a lot of the people, it is switching over to MGM. You know where a lot of the Cosmopolitan people are now? This is an interesting one. They're at the Rio.
Oh,
Oh,
interesting.
oh,
Uh,
that's right. The Rio got bought out. We don't have that on our list. We have to add that on our list of questions now. So go ahead.
Well,
Let's talk
yeah.
about the Rio.
yeah, we absolutely want to talk about the Rio because look out, man. I mean, this place is trying to make a comeback. And by that, I mean, they opened in 1990. And the Rio was like right. Rio is the second major casino to open, or the first one after Mirage. Okay, so Mirage opens up
Oh.
and flips the switch on the new Las Vegas, right? And then boom, here comes the Rio. People don't realize. And that place is massive. And then it got, it was doing great. It was one of the best casinos in Vegas for a number of reasons. And then it gets bought out by Harrah's, right? Harrah's, which becomes Caesars. And they just ran it to the ground. They absolutely did. Now you got a new group out of New York called Dreamscape that comes in and buys it. And they're putting in, they've owned it for a few years now, and they had a management contract with Caesars, but now that's over. So it's all Dreamscape. They brought in a bunch of people from Cosmo. They're putting in $350 million into the joint to renovate it. And they already have. On the outside, you can see there's like a fabulous light show now on the casino exterior, where it used to be everything was burned out there. It was just brutal. And now it's like one of the coolest looking buildings in Vegas. They've now revamped and renovated all of the rooms in the Ipanema Tower. And they're going next to the next tower, and they're doing stuff with, inside they opened their canteen food hall, which is one of the best ones in Vegas. They're doing all kinds of stuff. And we're going to talk about LVA member rewards later. They got a fabulous deal with them for people who want to stay there. I'll tell you about that when we get to it. But look out for the Rio, man. Don't sleep on them or sleep in them. They're going to be good.
Well, I guess that is a good way to transition now is into the member awards. So Las Vegas Advisor is a publication you've been doing for over 30 years now, right?
Oh, yeah.
And we used to compete with our different coupons. We had the coupons in the American Casino Guide book, and you had a coupon booklet that came with your annual subscription to the Las Vegas Advisor. And I believe LVA went completely digital now, right?
No, well, the newsletter is digital.
Yeah, the newsletter, but then you still get your coupons, and let's talk about those. What do you got, and how much does it cost? I don't even know anymore.
It's $50. We're still $50. We've been $50 since 1992. Amazing, And I mean, the only differences we made, we did some cost savings by going digital instead of hard copy. And you guys know, the difference there, publishing the book and all of that. It's you either raise the price or you do something else. But the coupon book is still the main thing. And we call it member rewards. We have member rewards book. We have member rewards online. So we have digital coupons as well. But this year was one of the best ever. You guys would have had a hard time competing with us this year. I mean, it was the match play in that book is worth, if you put it all together, all the gambling coupons in that book are worth $749. That's the EV.
Wow.
Super strong. So, people who like these match plays and gambling coupons, they're terrific. But we've got 3 coupons that are just powerhouses. Right. One of them is a 2-for-1. Almost all the buffets are gone now, obviously. Right. There's only 13 of them in town. One of them is the Palms with their lobster buffet. And we have a 2-for-1 to the Palms. That lobster buffet is $65. So that's a $65 coupon right there.
Wow.
We also last year, one of the most powerful and popular coupons we had was the Downtown Grand. They waived your resort fee for up to 5 nights. So the resort fee there was $35. You waive it for 5 nights, so you're up over 100, $150 if you use it all 5. If you use it for 3 nights, a lot of people 3 nights stay, that's $105 saving. So everyone loved that, and they renewed that this year with us. But here's a big one, man. We were just talking about the Rio. The Rio did the same thing. And we have a digital coupon with the Rio right now where you get 30% off the room rates to start. And then they waive the resort fee, which is which is $40 a night plus
Wow.
tax.
Oh,
That's a
wow.
good one.
Yeah. So you're looking at, they still have low rates there. So you're looking at $40 and $50 rates at there. You take 30% off of that. So you're going to be at the $35 range and no resort fee. You're going to be staying at the Rio, and you can do this for up to 14 days.
Wow,
Wow.
14 days, huh?
It's amazing. I mean, I'm just going to come right out and say it. Anybody who's coming to Vegas who doesn't buy an LVA book is crazy. I think they are. You know, I used to get both ours and yours, but it's really strong this year. And I'm touting the Rio because they came with that great deal, but also because they're backing it up with what they're doing. And I said to them, I said, where are you going to put our people? Are you going to put them in the old tower or the new tower? They go, well, we want to show off. We're going to put them in the new tower. So I can't promise that, but it's a strong play.
Sounds
Now,
great.
I guess let me hop in with one more because it's another note we missed that he just mentioned. So before I forget, the Palms, we just spoke about that with your coupon from there with the 2-for-1 buffet. They were recently bought out by Yamava, the Native American tribe that's out of Southern California. I know that they were always known for having very, very, very good gambling there. What's going on there since the Yamavas bought them out? How's it looking over there?
Well, that's the San Manuel tribe, right?
San Manuel tribe. Yeah, their casino is called Yamava in Southern California.
Yeah, they have the Yamava Casino. Their gambling is okay. Their gambling is solid enough. The casino is got a lot going for it. Always did, right? From the time the Maloof built it to even through the station years and everything else. And now the tribe is now again similar to the Rio, bringing it back to its glory. Now they had some 100% plus 100 plus percent machines, which they took out, which is fine because they only had a few of them. They're pretty much a 99% house that, you know, you can find everywhere you go. You're going to find 99% video poker. They've been very good with mailers.
Oh, that's good.
With coin and food. So it's the kind of place you want to go. You want to get on the database there and let them send you the mailers. Coin, food, and free nights. They got a lot of rooms there. You know, so even as a local here, you know, I gave them one play. I probably ran 25,000 through, which is a reasonable play. And I get, you know, one room a night, one room a month, room night a month, but every week, coin, every week and a half, every 2 weeks, food. I'm up on the Palms. I dig the Palms.
Now, let me ask you two places. One was Durango had opened since our last talk, and we went there on our last trip, and we were there just for a weekend, so we had to make a brief stop there. But it was a beautiful place. Got any comments on Durango?
Yeah, well, you know, Durango comes from Station. You know, I don't like Station much, but I think Durango is gorgeous. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. It's a different kind of place, as you guys probably noticed, with open windows, sunlight coming in during the day. You know, different for a casino, higher ceilings, all that sort of thing. Amazing food court. But in my mind, it seems too expensive for a locals place for me. You know, I mean, it's of the same vein as, say, a Red Rock and a Green Valley Ranch, maybe even a notch above that. Their room prices are high. And what I noticed about them is that it opened with the worst, the least good video poker I've ever seen a Station casino open with. So I would hate to say that they're, you know, absolutely terrible, but at low denoms, at a quarter, the best they got is 7.5 bonus poker. I mean, that's a bargain. And for a Station casino to do that, to me, that's big. They're stepping out in a big way. You know, again, trying to shrink margins, like Matt brought up earlier. You know, no 000 roulette there, but 7.5 video poker at quarters. You know, and you get up to dollars, and it gets better, but still not as good as a typical Station. So I'm skeptical of their business plan there, and we'll have to see what happens. But I can tell you this: they've been swarmed. Every time I've been there, they've been full. So I mean, they must know what they're doing.
The funny thing is I had a note here to say I believe that's the first casino with windows. I was very shocked to see those giant bay windows on taking up one whole wall. Because, you know, they always used to say there were never windows in a casino and there were never clocks in a casino because they didn't want you to know how long you'd been there for.
Right. And a lot of places are still like that. And here's a tip. Anytime you want to know what time it is in a casino, go to the sports book. There's always clocks in the sports book.
But the other thing I was going to say is I was about to say that I thought the video poker was good at Durango because I'm so used to the tight machines we have down here in South Florida. We went and shot some videos at Durango, and I was like, oh, this video poker is great. I just forgot I was in Vegas when I was thinking that.
Well, I can tell you now you weren't playing quarters, right?
No, I was, well, we were playing quarters, but we were playing some crazy, that
Hundred
super
games.
hot roll, one of those
Yeah.
wacky games.
Right. If you do that sort of stuff where you get in a 100 play and 50 play and stuff like that, then, you know, you're going to get a little better. But I'm saying for single line quarter, which a lot of people like to play, and the casino can do fine on a single line quarter game. You know, people can blow off a lot of money when they sit there and play for 3 and 4 hours. And these machines are not good given the station style and what else is available in other places in Vegas. So look, there's a lot about Durango to like, but when somebody asked me, they said, well, how would you sum it up? I said, I live 9 miles away. And I cannot think of a reason that I would drive 9 miles to go there. No reason. Beautiful sports book. That's another thing. Their sports book area is really cool. If I lived next to it or near it, I would go there, but I wouldn't drive to it. Put it that way.
Okay.
Oh, well, the reason we were playing the multi-hand games is because we were staying at the Plaza, and Plaza has fantastic single line games, but their multi-hand games are not very good. So I was trying to get my multi-hand fix in while we were in Vegas. So that's why we were playing the multi-hands at Durango.
Well, Plaza was, you know, good with us for our member rewards. We've got all kinds of stuff there. We got a room discount. We got food. We've got a $500 bonus on a quarter video poker royal, which on the 50-cent video poker royal. So on the 50-cent games in their Sand Dollar Lounge down there. Sand Dollar Downtown it's called. It takes that game to over 101%.
Oh, wow.
We've got a $50 match play there. Plaza's good for LVA people.
Wow. Well, they're not good for us. We couldn't get a coupon from them. Maybe that's why they were too busy talking to you.
I don't know. I didn't do it on purpose, boys.
But they had very good single line. For us, we were playing the 9-6. We were playing 9-6 bonus
deluxe.
poker deluxe, which is unheard of down here.
Well, that's
that was a great game.
Yeah, that's the game we're talking about at 50 cents in the Sand Dollar. That game goes to 101 plus with the coupon that we have.
That's great.
Money, I mean, to me, the 2 top places downtown for gamblers are the Plaza and the Downtown Grand. The Downtown Grand, again, for the quarter player, and we tend to look for the quarter stuff. The guys who play more $1 and up, who are playing progressives and all, they know how to find their games. So, we look a lot at the quarter level. And at the Furnace Bar at Downtown Grand, they've got a double-double bonus game, a 9-5 double-double bonus with a multi-way progressive. Starts at 1,200 for the Royal, and it's almost always positive, almost always.
Especially if it's starting at 1,200.
Well, the 4 aces with the kicker the other day were at 1,200. It was at 103, over 103% that game. And it's almost always at break even or better. And if for some reason everything's at reset, they got 8-5 bonus poker at 99.7. So I mean, they got a great, it's a great place to play. Not to mention $2 for a hot dog and a beer. Old Vegas, man. Hot dog and a beer, $2.
Those were the days.
And today it's still the days down there. I just got to give credit where credit's due, man. And a $2 dog and beer is the way to go. It's in our top 10 for sure.
Let me ask you about the Mirage. The Seminoles at Hard Rock, several Hard Rock people bought out the Mirage. They're supposed to build a guitar hotel. What's happening with that?
Yeah, that's still the plan. I mean, that's another tribal casino, which that's your people, the Seminoles, and they're on a schedule. They claim they're not going to close the casino down. They're going to make the transition throughout, bit by bit. They're going to take down the volcano, and they're going to build another hotel wing, which is going to have that famous guitar shape to it. So they go back and forth, vacillating on time and all. It looks like it's going to extend out for quite a while. I mean, 2026 at the earliest is kind of what I'm hearing right now for the thing to be completed.
But I know they got burned pretty hard down here by COVID because we were at the grand opening of that. I swear COVID was like 2 weeks later. So they might be taking a bit more of a conservative approach this time.
They're being very deliberate about it. And we actually talked to them about member rewards. And I talked to the main guy there, Joe Lupo, who's running the show down here. I've known Joe from way back. You know, he's been in Vegas for a long time. He's sportsbook director at the Stardust a million years ago. And he's like, yeah, we think we want to work with you guys, but we're not ready yet. So they're still in the planning stage. You know, I mean, I think they're going to end up being good. The one tribal, you know, I like the tribal situation there. I like the tribal situation at the Palms. I don't like it at Virgin. You know, I know that's your place, Matt. You like that place. I
I
don't.
gave up on it. I'm a Cosmo man now.
All right. Well, they just won't move down there. They will not make a move. I mean, they don't have anything that's drawing, and they won't change. And they're very difficult to deal with and work with. So I'm not impressed with them, but the two others I like.
Now, I guess I had a note here, which I guess because I forgot about the Rio. I had Caesars. Are they selling any casinos? I completely spaced on them selling the Rio. Are they still trying to sell anything else? You heard any word about that or no?
The word is that nothing's up for sale anymore. That's what everyone's saying. The sale of the Rio was 3 years ago. So that was their big dump off sale. And it came with a management contract for 2 years. And that's over with now. But the word is that nothing else is for sale. I mean, the big news is the closing of the Tropicana. I don't know if you guys have heard that.
Yes, that was next on the list. Was the Tropicana's closing, and it was supposed to be that it's getting demolished to build a baseball stadium because the Oakland A's were supposed to move to Vegas. But now I heard he's shopping for other places to move the team because he can't afford a buyout or something like that. So what is going on with that?
Yeah, that whole thing's a real cluster, man. I mean, nobody knows what's going on there. The question is, why would you put a baseball stadium right there where the Trop is when you've got T-Mobile across the street and Allegiant down the street? You know, it's already a nightmare when you've got games going at two consecutive, simultaneous places or even one. Now they're going to have three of these places, and nobody knows exactly what's going to happen, except the Trop has announced that literally they are going to close on April 2nd. So supposedly that's fact, and supposedly they're acting as if the deal is done and that they are going to implode a part of the casino or all of the casino and build the stadium there. And then they say they're going to come back with the casino and build a casino around the stadium. I don't know, but I just do know that the Trop opened in 1957, about 2 months before I was born. That's how long that place has been there. It was about 2 months before I was born was its opening day. And it's like one of the absolute last ones, if not the last one, on the strip from those days. And it's going to end, it's going to end on April 2nd.
That, and then I guess the Sahara, but the Sahara's been through a few different name changes. That's been the Tropicana that whole time, right?
Yeah, you would go Trop and Sahara would be the ones, and Flamingo, right? Flamingo would go there too, and the Flamingo's still the Flamingo, although it's been through so many different changes. So I would really say Tropicana, Flamingo, Sahara became SLS, and then it became, whatever it is, and now Sahara again, blah, blah, blah. I would say those three, you're correct, are the ones that remain standing, but really the Trop is the purest of them all.
Yeah, that's a sad day.
Yeah, I'm going to be sorry to see it when you think about it, Folie Bergère, Siegfried and Roy started there. Siegfried and Roy were part of the Folie Bergère. They were a side act. And then Lance Burton, became the big shot in town with all of that. The Trops had a long, the chandelier, ceilings, all that stuff. Stained glass ceilings. The Trop has had a long history in Vegas. Not always a really good one. A lot of mobster stuff with that. A lot of skim stuff going on there. But it sure was one of the old time places that's going to be sad to see another one go.
When you mentioned that stained glass ceiling, that people aren't familiar with it, maybe you can do a Google search. I have this beautiful stained glass ceiling over the table section. Was it there?
Yeah.
I remember playing there years ago. It was just a beautiful, beautiful ceiling. So I hope they do something to preserve that some way in some fashion.
And that'll leave one stained glass ceiling over a casino, and that's at Suncoast. I mean, excuse me, it's the one out in Henderson, Sunset Station. Sunset Station they have the stained glass, over the casino's pit.
Oh, I think I remember that one too. There, yeah.
So let me ask you a question on this. So I'm not a huge sports fan, so I don't know how the schedules work. But you have Allegiant Stadium with the Raiders. You would have the T-Mobile Arena with the Las Vegas Golden Knights hockey team. And then you would have this baseball stadium with whatever the Oakland A's are going to become, maybe the Vegas A's, whether or not they're going to change their name. Do those 3 seasons all overlap at any point?
They do. They kind of do at a point. You got hockey. Basically, you have hockey and football that overlap
Mhm.
to some degree, and you have baseball. Let's see, baseball. Does baseball run into hockey? I think maybe that's what it is. Maybe baseball runs into hockey. There are times when they overlap. Absolutely.
But
And
are all three going to overlap, or it's just going to be
oh,
two at a time?
I don't think you can have all three. I don't
Okay.
think. I haven't really
Okay.
thought.
Because that would be a nightmare.
Well, but the thing is they do other things at these places. They have concerts. So
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I didn't think of that.
giant concerts overlap with the sports seasons for sure. And
Mm-hmm.
concerts are just as bad as almost as bad as when there's a game on in terms
Mhm.
of traffic. Vegas is a real crappy place for traffic these days. I mean, it's one of the worst things about Las Vegas right now is traffic. And it's tough to deal with, man. Um, and none of this stuff really helps. They were talking about putting the baseball stadium at the Rio. The Rio has the space. That would have been another great thing going for the Rio. I would have loved it because I'm right across the street from the Rio where our offices are. So that would have been great for our property values. And it's still literally in play, but I think it's going to happen at the Trop.
All right.
Um,
Well,
I
let
was
me
going to
ask.
say, speaking of your location, your office is right next to my favorite bar in all of Las Vegas. So I'm going to have to give you a call the next time I come out there.
Is that
Golden
the,
Tiki.
yes, is it the Golden Tiki?
I love that place. I love that place.
It's getting better, Matt. They've instituted a new menu there. They've got a happy hour that they've supercharged. Apparently, believe it or not, on 2 occasions, it's been reported that Bono came over with the Edge after the U2 concert at the
Oh,
Sphere,
sweet.
which we're going to talk about before we're done, right? But
Yes,
yeah,
very last question as always. It's
Always got to
about the
end with the
sphere.
sphere.
All right. Well, we have a bunch of questions here, but I think we're running awfully long. I want to cut some of these out. Let me just. So no more buffets. The buffets
food halls.
have been
Yeah,
replaced by
that's
food
pretty much
halls.
it. We had 12
Mhm.
buffets 2 years ago. We had 13 buffets last year. We have 13 buffets now. It doesn't look like the buffets are going to be coming back, but the food halls continue to proliferate. And some of them are pretty good, but they're not buffets.
And a food
Okay.
hall, that's just a fancy name for a food court, right?
Absolutely. They've even
A
got
more expensive food court.
me indoctrinated to saying food hall now. I used to make fun of it. Go, it's not a food hall, it's a food court. But you know what? It is different. It's not just the pizza place and the taco place and everything else. Now they're doing sushi. Now they're doing, noodles, house-made noodles, all that kind of stuff. They're getting much better. They really are. But everyone misses the buffet, that's for sure.
Mhm.
And
And what
then
about
one last
shows?
question before we
Oh.
go to Dad's famous question is:
Oh,
there any new shows?
New shows. There's always they come and go. And I mean, the big news on the shows are all the high-end stuff. The people that are coming in with their residencies and all. Adele, I guess, is coming back. It doesn't look like Celine's going to make it because of her illness. What was the one they just
Beyonce was the rumor was going to be at the Sphere. Did that actually ever get announced or no?
no, that one did not get announced. Beyonce was, yeah, that's another rumor, which may or may not happen. There's a few other good ones coming in terms of just, regular shows, or production shows, a new Cirque or anything like that. We really haven't had anything in a while. But we've got plenty, obviously.
There is one that I think would be, I don't really want to go, but if you're into it, Fish is going to be doing a small residency at the Sphere. And I think that is going to be mind blowing. I've seen them live before, and the show that they could put on without the technology that they have at Sphere was amazing. I can only imagine what they're going to be able to do with that place.
Yeah, I like Fish. They'll be able to do a hell of a show there. I haven't set foot in the Sphere yet. Now we've reviewed it because our senior editor, Dee Castleman, has gone and reviewed that postcard show, which he says is just absolutely stunning and great. And everybody I've heard who's gone to a concert says there's nothing like it. And so I will get there. I had an opportunity to go, and I think I chose to go watch a basketball game somewhere on TV. But but I will eventually do my job and get in there and take a look. Everyone says it's fantastic, if not, pretty expensive.
yeah. Every time we've done these interviews for the past, I think, couple of years, I would always end and ask, how's that Sphere coming along? And every time the price tag for the Sphere would keep going higher and higher and higher. And so it finally opened. It looks beautiful when you see it from the outside. It's just like mind-boggling, the technology on that place.
It's gorgeous.
But are they making money in there? Do you know? It is a publicly traded company, correct? So they have to announce these earnings, how they're
They
doing.
they had a big loss when they opened up. There was a
Mhm.
big hubbub about it, how much money they had actually lost, which didn't count the construction costs. This was separate. Then words coming out that they've done very well recently. So I mean, I think they're looking, they're making adjustments and trying to find their sweet spot. When we wrote about it, we got a terse response from them telling us that it is not the Sphere, it's Sphere.
Oh,
So
okay.
we must refer to it as Sphere. And I wrote back to him, so I said, so I should write, I'm not going to Sphere because it's too expensive. They didn't like that.
But I do have good news for you, Dad. They did just fire their CFO, and you've been so in the flow of their price. You could apply to be their new CFO.
I could have cut some of those costs a long time ago. I don't know. They needed me.
Hey, look, it's another addition to the skyline, if nothing else. Boy, it's fun to watch that thing at night when it changes to
Yeah,
all it's
it's very
different.
cool. Yeah,
It's something else.
beautiful.
All right, well, that does it. Anthony Curtis, thank you as always for joining us and giving us an update on Las Vegas. We always have fun talking to you.
All
If
right,
people want to learn more about you or the member awards or the Las Vegas Advisor, all that fun stuff you do, where would they do that?
Yeah, well, LasVegasAdvisor.com, we're paywalled now, where it's for members only, but we've changed it because we do things like question of the day and news of every day. We have the news and we have blog after blog after blog. I mean, we've got so much content on there now. Took over all of Arnold Snyder's stuff. When Arnold Snyder died, before he died, he brought over all of his Blackjack Forum articles, all kinds of gambling content there too. He brought that through LVA. So it's $50 for a year to get the member rewards book, but we also have a $3 option, $3 a month. So if somebody wants to just come in, if you're coming to Vegas and you want to check out everything that's going on, it's just $3 and you get a 1 month, membership to go there. You don't get the coupons, you get some, but not all. And that's working
super cool.
well. Because a lot of people they'll get it for 2 or 3 months only while they do their vacation, and then they cancel it or keep it going or upgrade or whatever. The other things are
super cool.
The Las Vegas Advisor YouTube channel. Come see it, man. We do 15 to 20-minute shows every week, and once every month and a half, we do Beer Fridays, and we're going to do Leap Beers this year on Thursday, where we drink and talk, and everybody gets drunk.
Well, that should be interesting. Why
You'll
don't we
have
do
to have
that,
me
Matt?
on. I can hop on through Zoom like this.
Wait, Matt, you and I can do that. We can start doing drunken American Casino Guidebook videos. What do you think?
There you go.
I'll tell you what. All I can
sure.
say is they get more rowdy as the drinks go down. All right, they get more rowdy. I got a
bet.
comment saying, "Boy, Anthony's pretty cool when he gets drunk."
All right,
All
as
right.
always.
Well, thank you very much, Anthony,
Yes.
and have a good day and good talking to you.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me. We'll see you.
Always great to talk to Anthony. Thanks for stopping by. Take care.
Thank you.